which we have already paid for, or subjects that we have special arrangement for. Now, in this video, I'm going to take us through accessing your portal and being able to save audio, video files, PDF files, so that once they are downloaded, you can actually access these videos or files without internet connectivity. So let's open the Aspire app. So once the app is open, we've already logged in. Note that you don't need to log out from this unless you are going to use it on another device. So in this case, I'm always logged in. I'm going to the Icag program. Let's see how we can access the videos. I go to tuition, strategy case study, media files, video files. Let's do audio files. We currently have one audio file here. Now I click on this to play, and notice that once it's about to play, I could pause this and know that I have this sign here. In IT, this is a bookmark sign, so you need to bookmark this into the app for it to save onto your device. So note that immediately I click on this, it tells me please wait for download to be completed. Now don't close this until the download is completed, and make sure that you have good internet strength to have this file completely download before you close this, because if you don't have good internet to download this and it downloads in parts, the file will still save but you cannot play it. Okay, so ensure that you have good internet strength to actually download this and save onto your device. Then you do that. Okay, so let's wait for this download to complete. So depending on your internet speed, this can take minutes or seconds or days, depending on your internet speed. So the key word here is that get a good connectivity. Make sure you have a good internet service, and you should be fine. Okay, so good. My download is done, and you notice that once the download is done, the file automatically starts playing. The file will automatically start playing. Okay, so we notice that the file can easily. Now we can actually pause this. You notice that the bookmark sign is red, meaning that this has been downloaded. So how do we access this downloaded file? We can go back. We need to go back onto our home page where we have home. So on our home page where we are welcomed, you notice that you have the home page, home, you have updates, and then you have saved. Now if you click on this saved, you notice that the video that you were having, you downloaded, is saved here. Now let me put off my internet. I don't have internet, and let me play this. So this file can play without internet. Okay, so depending on the space you have on your machine or your device, you can download as many videos as you can. Okay, and then play them without internet in the future. Okay, we can play all these videos without internet in the future. Now supposing you are done with this video, you don't need it on your device again. You come back to your home, your saved videos. When you open the file, you notice that on the title bar you still have the red sign that says bookmark. Now once you click on this sign, for it to become black again, it automatically deletes the video from your saved device. So if you come to save, you don't see any media here. Now let's do that with a video. So I see a video. Sorry, I need to put on my internet because I don't have any saved videos. Tuition, strategy case study, media files, video files, lecture videos. So currently we have one video under strategy case study. Note that the previous sessions videos will be under revision videos. where we have all the videos that were done within last sitting still active here that we could access. Okay, so let's open a video on corporate governance.
For the first time.
And once the video start playing, I'll always advise that pause it. Then you can click on the save for it to start saving. So depending on the speed of your internet, this should just download onto your device. And once the download is done, we could actually play this file without having access to internet. Okay. Now, the reason why most of us would like to put this app onto our laptop is that we want to have full screen functionality. Okay, so you notice that once the video is playing, there's this sign here. Okay, that looks like a square. Once you click on this sign here, it actually takes up your whole screen and you have a full screen experience of the videos playing in the app, which will give you a better view than when you are looking at it on your phone, especially those of us who are using smaller phones. So this is an escape route to actually having videos playing in larger resolution big screen. And also, some of us who have phones that the memory capacity or the storage capacity is low, you could actually use this way because your hard disk is always bigger, or will definitely be bigger than the space you have on your phone. Okay, so you can always have this on your laptop and then download as many videos as you can, access them when you don't have internet for your studies. So I'll wait for this download to be done. As usual, you have to wait for the download to be done before you navigate away from this page. Otherwise, the download will truncate. And when it truncates, it will show in your downloaded videos, but it will never play. Okay, so take note of that. Our download is done. And as I said, once the download is done, you notice that the video automatically will start.
So we are going to discuss governance. Are you ready? And the challenge is that because you all don't have the document, I must find a way to summarize.
Let me pause this, go back, put off my internet. This is my Wi-Fi. I'm putting off my Wi-Fi. Go back to my home page. And on my home page, I look for saved. I click on saved. Now you notice that the video we just saved is under here, corporate governance. I can open this. And I don't need internet because it's been saved. Okay, I could toggle the full.
So we are going to discuss governance. Are you ready?
Fast forward.
And the chat that you have transparency or reputation. Any of these principles will be discussed.
That's mainly the major advancement we have in this app. In addition to you having to be able to reset your password by yourself, you don't need to call anyone. You can actually add subjects by yourself. You don't need to call anyone. Once you are making payments within the app, you can easily add subjects. Homepage, Icag, tuition. Let me put on my internet now because I'm not playing a video. I'm trying to add a new subject. Okay, so to add a new subject, so for example, I'm doing Icag or CICG or executive training, Icag. I come to tuition. I want to add a subject. I can add a subject, select the subject I want to add. So for example, let's take it that I want to add another level 3 paper, which is corporate reporting. I could add it here. Pay by Momo. Then once you make the payment online through your Momo account and everything, confirm the provider, the subject automatically adds up onto your subject. You don't need to call anyone. Apart from those of us who are having certain special arrangements that need to pay offline, that one, when you add a subject and, for example, you select corporate reporting, once you click, you should click proceed with cash because you've had a special arrangement. Then you just wait for this to be activated for you. Since you have a special arrangement, you speak to whoever you had the arrangement with, and then this account or this subject will be verified and activated. Then it will change into red. You can open into the subject and then access all your materials there. So I hope this serves as well. Thank you and enjoy the app. So welcome to another Aspire How-To session. This time we are going to go through how to join our sessions for those of us who join from our mobile phones. So as we went through those of us who joined from PC, we noted that you had to join our meetings with you signing on to Zoom first. So first of all, let's look at how our Zoom app is if not signed in. Let me look for my Zoom app. So on my phone, look for Zoom. Now you notice that this is my Zoom app, but I have not joined Zoom. I have not signed in into Zoom. So with the current situation, if I try to log in into any of the Aspire meetings, so the link is shared and I want to join in. So I click on, there's a management accounting meeting going on now. Let's try to join. So it tells me to sign in before I join. So just as we went through on those of us joining with PC, I click sign in. And if I have a Gmail account, I just click sign in with Google, continue. And because I'm already signed in to Google on my phone, there are so many Google accounts, it's asked me which one do I want to sign. I use the accounts that I use to register with Aspire. So in my Aspire account, I use this, which is my second email. So I click on that. And automatically, I can join the meeting. The meeting will open. And I can easily join the meeting. And this is the email I have used to actually register with Aspire. So I could use that to join. Okay, so that is, let me leave the meeting. That's how simple it is. Now, the challenge is that most of us are joining our meetings without logging in. So for example, on a normal day, this is how my Zoom will look when I open it. Let me close it. And when I try to join the Aspire meeting, it will tell you need to log in first. So let me cancel this. So in order to prevent this, what I need to do is anytime I open Zoom, I should make sure I'm already signed in. So those of us who have Gmail accounts, you just click sign in. I say sign in with Google. What about those who don't have the account? Remember in the computer, or let me say on the Windows version, which is the laptop, when we joined, I actually created sign-in details using another email. So I'll just log in with that. And I log in with the password I created at that time when I was, so I'm signed into Zoom. Now, because I'm signed into Zoom, whenever I go onto the page, I think there should be another class ongoing. All I need to do is to click the link. And because I'm signed in into the account, I can easily join. So those of us who don't hear audio, here, join with audio, you click join with audio, it asks you to join, you say okay. and then you can hear the sound. So basically, that is how you can join our Zoom sessions from your mobile phone. That is all for now. Thank you for joining this session. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope from now you wouldn't have any challenges joining our various sessions, either from your mobile phone or from your PC. Thank you. Join us in our next session. Bye-bye. Welcome to another Aspire how-to session. As we all know, Aspire takes a 360 approach to all our lectures. You can either come in person, you can join us live online, which is just like the in-person lecture, or you can also watch the videos within the app if you miss any of these sessions. And we all know that the new Aspire app has the advantage of you being able to save your videos and on your device and being able to play them without internet later. So today I'm taking us through how to join our live sessions. We use the Zoom app, which we all may be aware. Zoom is a common app on every operating system, and you can easily get it from App Store, Play Store, and from your Windows machine. So I'm just taking us through today how to join our online sessions our live online sessions, either weekend or weekday. So let's go ahead. So usually, for example, for those of us in level 2, we usually expect that you are on our WhatsApp pages for the subjects that you've registered for. And just about the time that the lecture is about to begin, we share a link for you to be able to join. Now, based on security features of Zoom, we have added an extra layer of security using Zoom, which requires that you identify yourself through Zoom. So we want to know our students who are actually joining the session. People joining without our knowledge, we want to curtail that. So you need to have a Zoom account first, and the Zoom account is free. Once we have Zoom Hi. So in our previous video, we had gone through how to download an emulator onto our PCs and then install an emulator of choice, which is BlueStacks, to be able to install to be able to install our app onto your PC. We went through the procedure to do it, and we successfully installed BlueStacks, and we successfully also logged into our Gmail on BlueStacks. We then successfully downloaded the Aspire Executive Consult app onto our PC. Now in this video, I'm going to take us through how to create a new account and how to access the resources that are available to us on the Aspire Executive Consult app. So as we did in the first video, you notice that we have the Aspire Executive
Mike, let's take off.
I'm live now. Icon here. You can just double click this to open the app. Now, once the app opens and this is your first time using the app, you need
Mike.
Yeah, Ellie, you can go ahead. Please go ahead.
Mike.
Ellie, you are live. Please go ahead.
I can go ahead, right?
Yes, please.
Okay, thank you so much all for the opportunity. This is our first live session for the December date, specifically for the Icag program. We're glad to have all of you join us. I may not be able to show my video specifically because my bandwidth is not very strong. Maybe whilst we proceed, I'll do that as and when. So thank you all, and then thanks my co-panelists for also joining me. Usually we do this opening session before the start of every major diet, and the aim is to ensure that all our students appreciate what we do at Aspire, and then also make sure that we tell everybody whatever new thing we have at Aspire before we roll out for the diet. So basically that is the aim of the opening night. And as you're already aware, tomorrow officially is the start of our tuition program for the December diet. Specifically 5th of September, tomorrow, Monday, we're taking off with the weekday session. So basically, if you are there, can you move to the first session? Let me have the first program flyer, which is the one that has the locations and all of that. No. Go to the first one on your slot. No, not that. Yeah. So basically, this is our product offering. We are the only tuition provider who has 2 major venues in Accra, specifically Accra Central, where we do our weekday program, and our weekend program at Kwabenya. But the big news is that all these sessions are live on Zoom across the whole country, and students have the opportunity to join either session, no matter your location. So basically, we are the only tuition provider offering this superior benefit. Whether you come in person or join online, you have access to both sessions, either on weekend or weekday. So the good thing is that the same lecture happening on weekday is the same lecture happening on weekend. And each session is transmitted live on Zoom. And no matter where you are, you could be able to join and access this lecture at the comfort of your home. So, and we don't even discriminate. If you are doing online or face-to-face, you can switch in between the two packages. So where you want to join online at one time and you want to move to the class, why not? You could also come into the class and join us live. So basically, this is our product offering in terms of the package we have. So classes are both weekend and weekday, same tuition happening on weekday, same tuition happening on weekend. And the choice is yours to join any of them via Zoom. So anybody who joins our tuition program have access to both the weekend and the weekday session at the same fee. Basically, that is what we offer. And for the location, we have 2 venues, Accra Central and then Kwabenya, which specifically runs a weekend school. So these are the 2 major venues you have. And as you said, both venues are obviously live on Zoom. So we can look at our timetable. Mike, if you can look at our timetable. So basically, our timetable has been structured to cater for this benefit. So whether it's level 3 or level 2, we have 2 sessions to go. So if it is case study, as you've seen the acronym SCS, the SCS there, if you look at it, is strategic case study. And you have 2 options. If it is weekdays, that is on Monday, that's tomorrow, which is our first lecture. If it is weekend, it will be, that is Sunday next week, Saturday, Sunday, specifically from 12 noon to 4 p.m. So that is the product offering. Whether you are registering for weekday or weekend, you can join both sessions live on Zoom. That is why we said face-to-face and e-learning has been meshed together. So there's no difference between your face-to-face and your online session. Both sessions are live on Zoom, and you have the opportunity to join no matter where you find yourself. So that is the level 3. Level 2 is also there, financial reporting, public sector, with the specific dates clearly, or specific times clearly shown there. So FR happens on Wednesday for weekday and Saturday for weekend. If it's public sector, Monday for weekday and then Sunday for weekend. So basically, these are the offerings we have in terms of our tuition. Weekend, weekday, both are live on Zoom, and you can make a choice to join both sessions if you so prefer. That is the package we have. So basically, this is our product offering. Somebody may ask, what about level 1? For our level 1 program, it's clearly a scholarship. We are the only tuition provider offering our level 1 tuition on scholarship. So you can tell anybody, no matter who the person is, the person can join us for our level 1 program and pay nothing for it. It's clearly free, and it's a weekend school starting from 7 a.m. in the morning and closing at 4. And all subjects are following with very good lecturers to offer you the best you can ever get. So that is for our level 1 program. We also have books to offer. If you look at that, we have some books. Clearly, that's our books there. For those who may have the flyer, I'm sure by now you would have gone through. So we have various books dealing with various subjects. And these books could be ordered in our mobile app if you so wish to order them, and then you get it delivered no matter where you are in any part of the country. We have an arrangement to make sure that you get the books no matter where you are. And we have 2 new books, which we are actually, I think 3, I must say 3 new books. One for those of you writing, that's the corporate reporting and financial reporting student. I've put together a revision kit for you, which will guide your preparation into this diet. We have one for financial reporting and one for corporate reporting. And I've carefully put this together to assist colleagues who may want to prepare specifically for either financial reporting or corporate reporting. It's an entire syllabus, exactly, with questions clearly pointing you to your revision to prepare you for the exam. So basically, that's for corporate reporting and financial reporting. I'm also about to release a book also for advanced auditing, specifically a manual which I used to have some years back. Mike, if you can move to that also specifically. Yes, we used to have a book for advanced auditing. Mike is the one that, yes, thank you so much. That was my old book for advanced auditing. Very, very major book, which we had launched way back in 2017. Yes, that was when we launched that book. I think it was 2016, sorry, when we launched the old version of the advanced auditing. Yes, we have a manual for advanced auditing, but I'm going the extra mile to make it a summary book where it can be easy for students to assimilate the issues in advanced auditing, helping them to also see some exam techniques which will help them. My aim is to make sure that this book is simply 150 pages to help you easily assimilate issues on advanced auditing. Bear in mind, our obvious manual used to be about 300 pages, but we are trying to make it a bit more easier by bringing it down to about 150 pages so that issues can be easily assimilated. So basically, these are the new introduction for our books. We have the first book, which is the new one, which is the financial reporting and corporate reporting, which has just been shown to you. And the latest one, which is specifically touching on advanced auditing for students across the country who may want to procure this. Once we begin the session, we'll give you the specific direction to do so. So this is the big news. Mike, if you can go back to our timetable, let me re-emphasize that, and then we can move to other issues. So we can go to the timetable. If you are there, move to the timetable for me so that I can reiterate that. Very good. So as you've seen from our timetable, any student who clearly knows what it means to prepare for ICA will tell you that you need intensive preparation. Now, preparation means that you must have relevant options in order to switch between online and face-to-face. And that is the reason why our program is tailored to make sure that no one student miss out on a session. So the aim is that even if you are coming in person, and obviously maybe due to some circumstances, you could not be able to reach your venue, you can connect live on Zoom and join the lecture whilst proceeding to the venue. So whoever you are coming into the class, you are challenged, there's anything happening in the office and you couldn't step out fast, you could join the lecture on your way to the venue. Or automatically, if you don't want to do that, then the option is to just sit back in your office and join the same lecture which your friends who were already in class are enjoying. So there's no distinction between those coming in the class and those who are joining online. The face-to-face session is streamed live on Zoom for whosoever may not be able to join us immediately on Zoom to benefit from it. So that is the product offering. If you look at it, case study is live on Monday. The same lecture is live on Sunday. So as we begin tomorrow, strategic case study will take off tomorrow, Monday. Whatever is taught tomorrow, Monday, the same thing will be repeated on this Sunday, specifically 10th of, I think 11th of September. What is taught tomorrow will be done on Sunday. So there will be no need to miss out. And the aim of this is to ensure that everybody is able to follow through the tuition. No matter whatever situation you may face, you can easily come into any of the sessions, whether weekend or weekday. And we go the extra mile. And what is the extra mile? Each video or each lecture is recorded. So basically, after every lecture, your video is uploaded into the mobile app for you, where you can directly access the video of your lecture and play it back as and when you want that. And the great news is that you have the opportunity to download the video and play back whenever you want at your own pace. Are we together? So basically, I don't know, but I can tell you there's no excuse for you to fail ICA having joined the Aspire program. It's like we are burdening you with knowledge to the point of passing. That's what we do here. We burden you with knowledge, impact you to the point of you making sure you get it one time. So that is the business we are into, making sure that we qualify you by force. Even if you yourself, you don't want to be qualified, just come onto the program and you yourself, you realize that you are qualifying yourself without knowing it. That is the offering we have here. And the aim is that we are providing a platform which gives you no option than to enjoy lectures twice a week. Whether weekend or weekday, you're going to enjoy it twice. We have it on Monday for case study, Sunday for case study. So that's weekend and weekday. Corporate reporting Thursday and Saturday. The same lecture broadcasted twice, live for both those in class and those online. And whatever the case is, the same video is recorded, hosted on the mobile application for you to play back at your own convenience, even if you were not able to come in person. So basically, the offering is the most superior product offering when it comes to ICAG tuition in Ghana. I can tell you there's no one that compares to this. And that is the advantage we have. And that is the advantage we want to tell you to join the Aspire tuition program. It's the most superior benefit offered to any student trying to qualify as a chartered accountant in Ghana. And I can tell you, you are the best place. Now, that's tuition. What about performance? I can tell you in the last diet, we had over 240 students who qualified out of the 444 pass list which the institute had issued up. Clearly, we have done more than 50% above the average pass rate. Clearly, we are on top. I can tell you that. And the good thing is that today, I have two of our colleagues, one from the April diet, and then one also from the August diet, who joined our program and were able to pass 5 papers at first attempt. I repeat, 5 papers at first attempt. And these colleagues are joining us. One was for the April diet, and then another one for the August diet. 5 papers passed at first attempt. These are not colleagues who are not working. These are working colleagues. And I can tell you, they've been able to achieve this. Somebody will say, oh, these are small boys who are not working and are just in the house. That's how come they've been able to pass. Please, don't get it wrong. These are colleagues who are basically working in reputable organizations and have been able to pass 5 papers like you are also working. And what is the advantage? It is the Aspire advantage. Tuition, which is burdening you to the point of passing. So that is what we mean by that. So what I'll do is that we'll take some few minutes break, clearly, to invite these colleagues, 2 of them specifically, to tell us what good news or what made them to be able to achieve this major milestone when it came to their tuition. So I'll begin with Omanpenyo Sekufo, who in the was able to pass 5 papers exactly at the first attempt. Omanpenyo, tell your colleagues how you were able to achieve that.
Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening.
Okay, Ellie, thank you very much for giving us this opportunity. I always say when it comes to ICA, for me, I don't have a story. But because when you listen to people's story, your own will just be capsized. But when I joined ASPA at the first time, my lecturer is on now, Fred. Fred also wrote 5 papers, and I was writing 5 papers, and Fred told me that it is doable. And I remember one day, Ellie called me, Omanpenyo, how many papers are you getting out of the 5? I said, I'm on it. Joining ASPA has really helped. And I say to my friends that ICA papers are spirit, and you need 1, strategy, 2, advice, and 3, commitment to learn. I said ICA papers are kind of spirits. So you need, first one, you need strategy. Second one, commitment to learn. And the last one, better place to join. Fast forward, the strategy was me learning every day. But if you are learning every day and you don't have someone to guide you to learn, you learn in vain. As it stands now, I was coming from academia, that is using my master's degree to write 5 papers at my first attempt. I haven't written ICA before. I haven't sat for any paper in ICA before. So the fear was there. I haven't failed any paper before. So the fear of me failing, people are saying that ICA, with my failing, with my essay. So the fear was there. But me joining ASPA and with the advice being gathered, the strength and the motivation was there. It's not motivation alone. The motivation should be backed with what works. You need to learn. And the lectures you are going to have with Ellie coming from the lecturers, Fred and the rest, you'll be a solid person at the end. Going forward, I think this strategy has helped me to gain or to pass 5 papers at first attempt. It was very stressful. Your mind will even get tired. Ellie will be mentioning your name. Omanpenyo, tell me this standard. You are coming from here. And I'll be bankrupt. I will be like, what are these people doing? Because I'm coming from academia where I did accounting theory, and with accounting theory, we don't do any practical thing. But ICA demands you to do this practical thing. So I'll be bankrupt. But with this motivation and learning and the materials they are giving me, at the end, I became solid. And I passed 5 papers at my first attempt. 5 papers. I haven't sat for ICA before. So my brothers and sisters, use this free key thing. Join a better tuition like ASPA, commitment and time for yourself to learn. I work from 8 to 5. So the strategy is after 5, I'm learning. If I'm not learning, I'm joining online class to listen to what I did face to face and wasn't clear. Use this strategy, and at the end, you'll be fine. Join a better tuition like ASPA. Second one, be committed and get time for yourself to learn and listen to advice. Where to hit, and the advice will be coming from Ellie, Fred, and the rest. Where to hit and the place to relax. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Omanpenyo, for the advice for our colleagues. I remember Omanpenyo was joining us on a weekend program for tuition. And what he does was that even though he has joined for weekend, he would actually join the weekday online before the weekend's class start. So basically, he doesn't come to class empty. He's already had the first impact, coming in person on the weekend to get a double impact. And that is what I mean by this, that students are having the opportunity to do 2 versions of the lecture at the same time. And I always say that we, those who are teaching, sometimes We may even teach twice, but if you listen to the first session and the second session, there will be differences. And that is what some students took advantage of. They joined the first session online, which is the weekday. Some joined in person on weekend. Alternatively, also some joined in person on weekday and joined the weekend online. That is the level of impact we've been able to give to our colleagues and making them easy for them to be able to pass. And I'm saying this because the opportunity to join the lecture is there. You have two options, you take advantage of it to make it easy for you to pass. So basically, thank you, Omampeni, for that kind words for our tuition program. I'll go to the next person who also passed 5 papers again at ASPA for the August diet. And that is in the person of Bright Dakwa. Bright, can you tell me what the secret is? Bright, are you there? If you can unmute yourself and tell us something.
Hello, Ellie.
Yes, Bright.
Yeah, a very good evening to you and our listeners.
Yes, good evening.
Yeah. I want to say a very big thank you for the opportunity to share my thoughts and how I did it by the grace of God. Well, I'll start by saying that to pass ICA, from my own experience, you need 3 things. First, you need a God factor. The second one is the right information, and 3, your commitment. Let me try to bisect it a little bit. The God factor means that you need God in everything. So I want you to also pray to God for him to enlighten your understanding. The second thing is that you need right information. When I say right information, I'm talking about tuition. And I aspire professional consult, I recommend to everyone out there. In fact, having access a lot of tuition providers, I can guarantee your success with Aspire Professional Consult. Why do I say this? They have variety, face-to-face, e-learning, virtual, everything. In fact, and it's not like they are discriminating. You can come for the face-to-face and also go in for the virtual if you want. And that to me is very incredible, very good. So you can join today. And mostly what I was also doing was that after I have joined the face-to-face, at a point while I was at work and I was quite free, I'll log into Aspire on my laptop and try to watch the previous video, not the face-to-face weekend, but the other one, which was very important to me. However, I also admonish people to also be committed to it, because if you really want to charter, then you really have to be committed to it, and also believe in yourself. And once you believe in yourself, I believe you can do it. There's 3 things I used to do every day. I wake up, and anytime I think about IC, I say to myself, I will, I can, I must. I will, I can, I must. Ellie and his team was so professional. They did their very best for us to pass. And to me, it's just incredible. So invest to pass professional exams. You must spend your time and your money. And here, when I say your time and your money, I'm talking about the time to study and invest your money in tuition provision, the books, the manuals. Aspire has the best. So far, I can guarantee you that. And I know that by the grace of God, if you follow these few things, you're going to make it. You can practice application of your notes. I used to summarize my notes in a very short form. And that is because Aspire was really helping me, because if I look at the ICAG manual, it was so voluminous. And having joined Aspire, Ellie and his team they shrink the whole manual into like a very simple, let me say, 3 pages thing in my view. The thing is so big, but they summarize it, and it is so understandable, very simple, and very engaging to fulfill. So I will admonish everyone to join us, Pan. You take your practice, your personal summary notes. Try every day to remember the key ideas and formulas, because the aim is to pass. And take the advice the lecturers will give you. I never took the advice Ellie and his team gave me for granted. Every day, when I forget something, I'll call them. And one thing I can guarantee you is that anytime you call them, they are ready to work with you and serve you with the best. And that to me is exceptional. Thank you so much, Aspire, for helping me achieve such a feat. It is by the grace of God, but also a lot of effort you put in, Ellie and his team, Kwame, Fred, I mean, the whole entourage of Aspire, the technical team, everyone did their best for us to achieve this feat. So I would admonish everyone there and encourage you that it is not too late, and it's not, it's never too late. You may have failed, but hey, pick yourself up. Take heed to the advices of Ellie and his team, and I can guarantee you success. Thank you so much, Ellie.
Thank you, Bright, for the kind words you shared for colleagues. And I'm sure by now somebody's asking, this woman being how come? How were you able to get 5 papers? But I can tell you, Bright always goes the extra mile. I remember, you see, sometimes people may think that Bright has not filled a paper before. Bright, haven't you filled financial reporting before, 3 of us?
Oh, I filled financial reporting the first time.
Yes, Bright was my outstanding student in FR in class, but ICA was able to discipline him, I'm sure. So sometimes,
and the funny thing was that I had personally not filled an exam before. So having filled FR, I was like, what is this? But Ellie encouraged me, and so far, to be honest, FR has been my highest paper in all these professional exams.
What was your score? What was your score in FR?
I think it is 67.
Okay. I think the most important thing is 50. So even anything extra is a dash. So I remember, because I think Bright was very dumbfounded. He couldn't imagine failing a financial reporting paper. I say, you know what? Sometimes the best student must fail, so that at the end of the day, it's a humbling experience. So that when you pass, you know that yes, it is professional. You don't just come and sweep and go. And I'm sure you passing 5 now is based on that learning experience, that, you know what, I failed this before. Okay, I must go the extra mile. And it's a test of patience. For most of us who have never failed the paper before, it's all basically a test of patience. And I can tell you, there's somebody now who has failed the paper, and it is taking him almost a week over now to recover. I can tell you, you're only worrying yourself. For those who have failed the paper and then have given up hope on life, you are even worsening your situation. It is the worst thing to ever do to yourself. Because failing the professional exam is something that you are not different from others. That should not be your problem. Because if you fail, it's an opportunity to go back more aggressively than you were ever doing before. But the challenge for most people is that once they fail the paper, their attitude even gets worse off, and the jeopardy becomes even worse than even before they had the previous day. There are some who will call me and say, sir, I had 42, so I don't think I have to go and sit in lecture again. I tell you, see, this is a professional exam. Even if you are 47, it's not a guarantee for you to sit back. No, you must go the extra mile, even prepare more harder than you did in the previous diet. Yes. So basically, I can tell you, these are some of the things. People fail a paper, and it's like as if they've lost what do you call it? A child, or they've lost a very important person in their life. How can you do that to yourself? It's an exam, and it's just to tell you that your knowledge is not adequate to be able to cross the 50. So if that is the answer, go back, put yourself in a position to acquire more knowledge, prepare better, and face the exam. But when we fail, it's like as if somebody has put some, like one of my friends would say, spirit of limitation. But that shouldn't be the case. You understand the point? It is just to tell you that your knowledge is not adequate. Get back and do more and come back and deserve the mark. So that is it. And I always have a guide for students who usually have marks in the 30s. I can tell you it's a clear indication your knowledge is not adequate. For most in the 40s, you need more practice and revision. More practice and revision in order to cross the finish line. So sometimes we take things for granted. You fail a paper, you are dumbfounded. It's like you've lost a family member. You just threw all your books away. You told yourself, this thing is so difficult. Why has this happened to me? You are not the first to have failed. Bright has failed the paper, financial reporting. He was my most outstanding student when it came to financial reporting. He could answer questions, even recite the standard, but he failed. And I told him, Bright, this is just a learning experience. Take back, move to the final level, and I can tell you, you hit it once and for all. And he was able to do that. I also had the same experience. I failed when I got to the final level. I had to hit it once and for all. So we all have that experience, and it's a learning curve. But if you make it such that that paper impedes your preparation for the next diet, and the good thing now is that we have 3 diets in a year. So basically, there's no need to now slack. The time is short, and there's no need to now go and have a period of depression. No. You can't be depressed for more than 3 days. If you go beyond 3 days, then you have a problem. This thing, your personal depression should not go beyond 3 days. If you go beyond 3 days, you have a problem. Better put yourself in the mood and come and sit down and get your table and chair. As I will always tell you, sit down and get your things right. That's the way to go. So basically, that is the main point. I will go on to other business. Thank you for my 2 colleagues, that is Omampeni Osai and then Bright Dakwa, who joined our SPA team and were able to score 5 out of 5 at first attempt. I repeat, 5 out of 5 for first attempt. Bright had this in the August diet, Osai had this in the April diet. And we are hoping to get another for the December diet. And I can tell you, we are hoping to get 5 students onto that range. And we will surely come back in January, and you see whether we align or not. It will come again. In January, we are bringing 5 students. I can say it is a word of prophecy. We are bringing 5 students back in January to tell you how they got 5 out of 5 at first attempt. You can trust us at TASPA. So basically, I'll move on to the next business, which is to tell you of our modular program, which mostly we do every year. Mike, if you can go to that for me, I'll do that, and then I'll invite some of my other colleagues to discuss something. So this is our modular program, specifically for strategic case study, corporate reporting, and then also advanced auditing. I normally run this modular program specifically for these 3 topics or these 3 subject areas, specifically to drive preparation for students going into the exam. And why do I normally do that? Because these are my key papers I take at the final level, and that is the uniqueness of the ASPA program. I have full responsibility for all 4 papers at the final level with my colleague Kwame Aid, who handles taxation. And for strategic case study, corporate reporting, and advanced auditing, I can tell you these are subjects that over the year full experience in providing tuition. So for students who have failed the paper before, strategic case study, CRO audit, it's an opportunity to come on to this program. If you don't want to join the normal class, then you can join the modular program, where we do intensive tuition to prepare you, or more or less a revision to prepare you for exam. So we normally do it every year for our RISI test, and I can tell you we'll roll out this next program. So if you're on our various platforms, you can obtain copies of the flyer to be able to guide you. And I normally don't advise this for first timers, exactly, for mostly RISI tests. Sometimes first timers will ordinarily join the normal tuition and join the modular in addition. Why not? When we begin the session, if you so wish to do that, it shouldn't be a problem. So that is it for the modular program. So I'll basically end here, but let me invite one of our lecturers, Frederick, who is our lecturer for public sector accounting and finance, which is a paper most students who have qualified from the master's program usually join us before moving to the final level. And over the years, Frederick has delivered. Frederick was the lecturer of Omampeni, and I can tell you He's very good in lecturing public sector accounting. So, Fred, if you are there, you can share a word with our prospective students. Yes. Fred,
Thank you
are
very
you there?
Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Please, I'm here. Thank you very much, sir, Eli, and good evening to our
Hello,
current
Fred.
student. Hello, sir. Please, can you hear me?
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, Fred, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Good evening, everyone. Good evening,
I
sir.
think
And
the
thank you for.
network is. Okay.
Hello. Please, can you hear me?
Frederick, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. Thank you very much for this opportunity given me. As my boss said, I'm the one who handles public sector accounting and finance at ASPA. And one thing I want to tell you with regards to this professional exams is that some of the advice has been given by the speakers or my other colleagues early. One thing you need to know about this professional exam is that you need to get a good teaching center. When I say a good teaching center, I'm looking at the person or the center that you are supposed to attend for you to attend a good teaching. And aside that, one thing that is also rest with us for us to also take it very serious is commitment to study. For instance, you've been given, let's say, the examination question or paper for you to go and write the exam. If you don't study, there's no way you are going to pass that particular paper. So one thing you should also not slack about it is you getting committed to the study that you are doing. One of the experience that I've had, both with Fred, was the Bright and Mampeni, is that when they attended the class, they were shocked and they were surprised that they're going to take the 5 papers. Are they going to, or will they be able to pass these 5 exams or whatsoever? So I advise, for instance, Mampeni that it is doable. I experienced the same, and he was also writing public sector with the 4 papers in the final. I told him that when I was also writing my final paper, I wrote it with public sector. I know it was stressful, but because of commitment and then the good teacher that you need to attend assisted you to pass, so he can still do it. And then he listened to that, and then the advice and then the good teacher that he also attend at the final level from my colleague Kwame and then Sir Eli, he was able to attend that. And one of the systems that we also have available is our app and then the online system. You can never get this particular teaching everywhere in Ghana. And one thing that maybe my other colleagues also forget about is that we have other students that are in Liberia that are also part, and they've been able to join because of this medium that we have available. Last sitting, for instance, I had about 2 or 3 students from Liberia joining the club. So how much more we are in Ghana? This is an advantage for us to facilitate our ICAG qualification very early. So what I will entreat all of you is that take advantage of ASPA. ASPA should be the best of choice that will help you to get your qualification as early as possible. And trust me, I will guarantee you success in the coming December. Thank you very much, everyone. Sally, you can go on.
All right. So I think Ellen lost his connection. So while we wait for him to rejoin, I'll just take us through some of the things that we can get on the app. So as we know, ASPA launched a new app for our last diet. We call it the ASPA Executive Institute app. And this app is located on the web. It's located on a Play Store and also on Android, iOS Store, and then the Android Play Store. So meaning that you can use this application both on your iPhone or on your Android devices. We also will have a workaround. We have a workaround for those of us who want to use this application on our PC. And then you have to install an emulator called BlueStacks. And then after you install that emulator, you can install that application within the emulator. We put together several videos that can take us through this process. I just want to take us through just how the application looks like when you download and install it. So you need to go to the iOS store or the Android store, and then just type Aspire Executive Institute. Once you type Aspire Executive Institute in the search in any of these stores, our app will come up. You just download and install. It's a small app. It shouldn't take up to a minute or two to download and install. Once you are done installing this app on your device, you just have to create an account. If you are a new user of the application, or if you're a new user to Aspire, you just have to create an account. Once you create the account and sign in, you register for the sitting. I'm trying to open up the application so that I can just take us through. All right. So I hope my screen is visible. Confirm for me, Ellie, please.
Yeah, it's visible now. The screen is visible. Yeah,
It's visible, Mike.
yeah, it's visible.
Mike, it's visible.
Mike, please, you are muted.
Mike, you are muted. So if you can check your audio, you are muted.
Okay. I hope it's okay now. Great.
Yeah,
So once you
yeah.
create a username and then a password, you can easily log in into the app. Let me go through the sign up process. And because this email already has, it may go to, it says, thank you for registering. Please log in with your username and password. So I just use the same email. Same password. Then I log in. I think I'm making a mistake with this. Let me sign up. Okay, so the user already exists. Let me try to have it done. Okay, I'll be required to update my student profile if I'm a new user. And this is very important and to be done just once. And I need to put my WhatsApp number so that I can be added to WhatsApp platforms. Home address, just in case we need to trace you. Maybe you come in person and you may have an accident. We need to contact you, your home. So we need your home address, your correct home address, okay? Your workplace, and then your ICAG number. Update. Now, at Aspire, we offer several programs. So we have the ICAG program, the CITG program. We also offer executive training where we do things like financial modeling, tally training, SAGE training. We have a bookstore where you can purchase your books, and then we have the job portal. Now, most of our alumni like visiting the job portal because after qualifying or after enhancing yourself with Aspire, we still give you job opportunities. So some people contact us to get accountants for them, all that are posted in our job portal. So even if you join ASPA after qualifying, we still think about you. You don't need to dispose of the app. Okay, so currently let's do ICAG. Now there's one session going on, so you realize that it tells you that you are no active sitting found. So all you need to do is to click register for this sitting. So the sitting is August, December sitting. You tell us your level. Let's say you are in a level 3. Which of the lecture programs do you want? This just helps us to classify our students. Okay, but as Ellie said, it doesn't matter whether you register for face-to-face e-learning or revision. Anywhere you register, you have access to all the materials that are shared in between the programs. So for this case, I'll just choose e-learning. Then I click next. Now, there are several subjects here, and then based on what subjects you want to offer, you just have to select them. So I'll just select the level 1 papers for now.
Mike, I'm sure you are doing that because you don't want to spend money.
I could do that, and I'll send it to you so that you approve the transaction for me. Anyway, so I've chosen the level 1 papers next. As we know, the level 1 papers are all on scholarship, so they are supposed to be for free. But because of the model we have in the app, you can't give a transaction of a 0 value. So we've given each one 1 CD just to enable that to happen automatically. Once you select the subjects, you just click proceed to pay with Momo. You click on that. It will ask you for the phone number you are going to use to make the payment. So depending on your internet speed and connectivity, this should take just seconds to register. Great. Once we wait for this to happen, okay, it's just taking effect. So let me do this. And it's an MTN number. And I click confirm. A code will be sent to my phone for me to which I'm doing on the side. I've just approved the transaction on my phone. And once the transaction takes effect, automatically I have access to all the portals within the subjects that I selected. So it says payment successful, and it loads up everything and grants me access automatically. So registration successful, you will verify your payments and activate your subject portal in due time. Thank you. So I click OK. Now you notice that when I come back, ICAG tuition program has tuition intervention and then refresh for updates. Usually, sometimes we post updates and
Mike,
you have to refresh the app.
So Mike,
So
do you want to say that you paid for it?
Say that again.
Mike, I want to ask whether you paid for it.
Yes, I have. I made a payment. So you see all my subjects that I selected are active. So I can go within the portals and access my media video. And as Ellie said, all our videos for the previous session are stored within our revision videos. So when I go into the revision video, so all these videos are the videos for the last session that we had. Okay. And then once we start.
Can you click on one for me to see?
Okay.
Go back and click on the revision. Let's see if one works so that colleagues will see what we are talking about.
You know, my bandwidth is a problem here, and you are putting me to this.
But whatever it is, I think it's fair. Once you can see this, it clearly shows the video is playable. I don't want them to have that. You see, it's fine now. You see the screen is there. The lecturer is about to teach. I think that's Mr. James, our lecturer for financial accounting. Having taught this subject, you see, that's the dashboard. Colleagues join live on Zoom. And this is a 2-hour lecture, 2.5-hour financial accounting video. And it's already streaming and loading ahead. And if you want to, Mike, if you can show the save button, exactly. So if you want to save this video, what?
You click to save this video within the app. There's the save button here. You just click on it. And once you click on it, it says, please wait for download to complete. And depending on your internet speed, this should actually, it's a 204 megabyte video. It should download. You see the N. I'll say that again so that I can hold you to it.
I'll send you data. Don't worry, you download it.
Okay. So
it's actually download.
This downloads. I would always advise that you stay on the page for the download to be completed before you move away, because when you move away, you can't control whatever happens here, and your internet may interrupt, and it will truncate the download. But since you had clicked on download and left, you think that the download actually completed, but it may not have completed. And so you can download this video into the app. So the question I always ask is, do you have the storage for it? Over the years, we've tried to compress our videos over time. We used to do over 2 gig, 3 gig, 4 gig in videos, because the lecture span a time of about 3 hours, 3.5 hours video. And it used to be about 4 gig and all. But with time, we've been able to achieve compressing the video such that we don't lose the quality of the video. So you notice that if you go into the app, the revision side, and you go maybe 2 sittings or 3 sittings before, you notice that the videos are very huge. And with time, we've been able to achieve compressing these videos so that they are smaller in size, so that you can download more onto your device and watch when you don't have internet access. So this is basically how the app works. Once you make payments within the app, you don't even need to call anyone for assistance. Once you go through this process, all your portals are activated automatically. Within days, you will be added to the official WhatsApp group for the session, and where we may be sharing some key information that relates specifically to the session. So while we wait for this to download, Ellie, if you have any other information, you can share that.
So what I will actually say is that it's very prudent. Since Mike is talking about space, you cannot go casual, because you may need a device like a good laptop, which has enough data space to be able to download such videos, so that you are able to have a lot of the videos on your laptop and play them back at your own convenience. Because you cannot go and have all this on your phone. That's not kind of official. Are you getting me? So it's prudent that you move the app onto your laptop. Clearly, I went to one of my students' office, and the videos were on his laptop. I hope you are listening, Mike. And what he did was he used the connection to project the video onto his PC in his office. So in his office, he was watching the live on his LCD screen in the office, and it was so engaging because the picture quality was clear and the sound quality was so good, and you can imagine that he's getting everything at his office, because he's somebody who has his own office space and has a television.
So he's having a one-on-one lecture.
Having a one-on-one lecture, engaging the screen, and I was so excited to see that level of sophistication. So people have gone beyond the norm. Exactly. Those who are having challenges with connectivity, if you are not in Accra, you are finding yourself outside Accra, the best is that get to a location where the internet is reliable, download all your videos, and then wherever you are, even if you are in the faraway talent, you can go back and play the video anytime you want without internet. And that is the superior benefit we offer, so that the videos are in the app. for you. You can go back for them and stream them wherever you are. So that is the superior offer we offer. So I can tell you that we have a lot of videos in there which you can ordinarily download and play back anytime you want. So that is it. And the good thing is that now also, after you registered, which you are granted automatic access, we normally add it to our WhatsApp platform where we share relevant information with you. Right. Now, going beyond that, our students are allowed to join the meeting. Normally, we will share with you a Zoom link where you can be able to join the lecture live on Zoom. Exactly. But now we're moving beyond that. Within the app, you can be able to click in the app and join the lecture live on Zoom. And we are achieving that for all level 3 subjects. So this sitting, there's no need to wait for your Zoom. And level 2 actually. So there's no need to go and be waiting that, somebody should send the link to me. No. Once you have the app, you go into the app, you click on it, you can easily be able to join your lecture within the Aspire app. So no need to have Zoom. Like basically no need to join via Zoom, but the good thing is that we have embedded the Zoom into your app. So you just click your app and then straight you have joined the lecture. This is the level of sophistication we have been able to achieve. So actually the video is downloading. Even though Mike has asked me to send him data, I can tell you his internet speed is not that fast. And I'm sure it's because we are having multiple...
Ellie, it's not about data. You know, I'm also streaming to YouTube from this same
I get you.
internet.
That's why I'm saying that there's so much pressure.
It's my bandwidth.
Yes, there's so much pressure on your bandwidth. So maybe the option is to move out of here. I don't know, it's about 47 or 48 of that. I don't know if we have the patience to go through the entire download.
No, so but if you have any other presentation, you could, yes.
Okay, so let me just post it. I think when I was having the conversation with you, I had a feedback from one of my colleagues pertaining some student. Now, this is what they normally do. Somebody comes to Aspire and then he's able to pass maybe some paper, for example, maybe financial reporting. Then he hears that, oh, when you go to Kominini Tuition Center, you can be able to pass whatever subject. Then he moves away to that tuition center. I can tell you, you're only worrying yourself. You see, consistency is the secret of the game. Consistency is the secret. You just have to be consistent with your tuition provider in order to pass and pass well. Some are all over the place. I can tell you there are some students who even register for multiple tuition providers at the same time. Somebody will say, Mike, is that fair? But so if I should register for multiple, I don't have a problem, but I can just imagine the extent of confusion you are putting into your brains. I'm telling you, somebody like Bright, I don't think he has not gone to any other tuition apart from Aspire. So what's the difference? Omampeni only came to Aspire for the first time and got all four. So basically, I don't get it. Students come for one subject with one tuition provider, move to another one, move all over the place, listening to so many, I don't know how many voices you want to hear in your head. It doesn't work. No, mostly, let me tell you the truth, it is not your lecturer. That's the fact. When it comes to delivery, I can tell you, if we have been able to pass people, then I can tell you it's not the tuition. Check yourself. Better check yourself. It's not about the tuition. When it comes to delivery, I can tell you we have been consistent and be able to produce so many qualified accountants. On our alumni platform, we have over 2,400 students who have qualified from Aspire. So what are you talking about here? So basically, that is the truth. Don't go worrying yourself, moving, galloping from one tuition provider to the other. Somebody will say, it's my money, but I can tell you, you're only confusing yourself. And don't blame anybody if you don't pass. Because at the end of the day, you are listening to so many voices. At the end of the day, you make yourself confused. So that is my advice. And one of my colleagues just shared that with me. And I think it's a prudent issue I need to deal with so that people don't, somebody say, oh, even the last time a student said, I'm even shy to come back and sit in class again because I failed the paper. You see, even if you are shy, then go online. Mike, is it fair to say? Because if you are afraid of paper,
you can
and
go
you
online,
think,
nobody sees you.
Yeah, just go and stay. Don't come and sit in class. If you think you are shy of other people, then stay online. I think it's better so that you join the class on Zoom so that nobody knows you failed the paper. If you are shy, We have all failed before, so what is your problem? What at all is your problem? You have failed the paper, so based on that, you don't want to come and sit in class. Charlie, it is you and your God. And at the end of the day, you are the one who paid your fee, so who cares? So these are some of the challenges. And people travel with professional exam, writing, moving from one tuition center to the other. You go to this one, they are here. You go to this one, they are here. And they all go and meet themselves. Okay, Usu or Hana, this will Michelle or Ha. So on the day you qualify, it's like when people are saying, oh, where did you go to? Oh, me, I went to this place, I went to this place. And that was one of the problems. There was one time we had students who qualified and we shared a list of people who had passed with our spot. Some people were telling us that this student came to our place, so we saw him here. So how does that work? So these are some of the challenges. We will advise against that. If you are with a tuition provider, please remain there. Consistency is the secret of the game. Remain committed. That tuition provider has over the period been able to qualify people. So you should know that it may not really be about the tuition, but clearly maybe there are a few things you may have to grasp to ensure that you are able to pass and pass well. So that's my word of advice, especially for those who are resitting. It's a very important thing. Don't gallop. It is not about the tuition. It clearly may be your own preparation, which may not be adequate. So don't choose over tuition providers moving from one to the other. It clearly will not help you. It will just make things so new to you when you move to the other tuition provider. So I think it's a word to the wise. I think it's enough. We have about 78% done. So I think in the next 10 minutes, we should be done with this video, so that I actually did this on the spot so that Mike can be able to demonstrate how we are able to save our video. So that is why we are actually on this particular page. So if you are joining us now, we are actually downloading a video live, and then go and check it up at our save video section so that you can see how practically the app works. And if you do this, you can save the video, so many of them. There are some of our colleagues who are not in Accra, all over the country. I normally advise them, even come to me at Aspa, I'll help you. I'll download the video for you, go back and go and learn. Basically, that is it. So I normally advise that you get all the videos downloaded at a good time. If you have, because most of the time, our tuition lecture days may be only about 10 or 12 sessions. So there will not be many videos. So if you have about 12 videos of the last sitting, because the good thing is that every lecture we did for the last August, from lecture 1 to the last lecture, is already in the app. So if you are smart, what you need to do is that immediately you have the app now, and you have been able to install it on your laptop, you can go into the app and download the whole of the last sitting videos and start watching it. So every time you come to class, you are already about 50% prepared for the next session. That is the good thing about what we offer. Everything we did, everything we taught, from the beginning of the lecture, from last sitting to the last day, is embedded in the app. So if you go into the app and register now, the good thing is that sit down, download carefully all those videos, and I can tell you when you come to class and you speak or ask a question, I know you are a serious student, because it clearly means that you have already read or have listened to the lecture before coming, and your level of appreciation of issues will become easier. And that is the benefit we offer. So you don't have to now come to class and then not be ready for the issues that will be dealt with. You would have been already partially prepared before coming to class, so that whatever perspectives we will need to bring to bear on this particular session will be done to get you ready and going for that particular session. So basically, that is my advice for those who are registering now. Get into the app. Yeah.
So earlier, I want to take some questions from our YouTube live session.
Okay, then thank you so much. Let's take those questions quickly.
Okay, so let me glance through. Someone says, great advice. How much is the tuition fees? From Emilia.
Okay.
I have also answer. I don't know. Okay, so he was complaining about sound, but it's bright. I always go there. Okay, so bright goes. I think okay, someone says you've already encouraged them this evening. Someone says, please say, how much does the modular program cost? And someone was asking if the modular is going to come with free intervention. I also have Yayura, he says, no, not Yayura. Someone is asking if there's a deadline for registration. Azoziat.
Actually, there's
Okay.
no deadline for registration. Once we are in session, you can still register because we are beginning lectures tomorrow, and you can register as long as you want to do that. So basically, that is it. You can register anytime going forward. Yeah, Mike, I think your internet has stopped.
So Doris says Fred made me pass PSA when I was in Cape Coast. God bless you, Sir Fred.
Thank you, thank you. I think sometimes students are not consistent. I remember there was one student who came for PSA and said, "Hey, is this small boy the one going to teach me the PSA?" I say, "You are joking. Go and sit down and see the magic." You see, that is the problem. Even
so
the posture
Michael Hina says,
"Ellie, the problem for you. How can you behave like this? You see a lecture and say, can this small boy teach me to pass? Be there." It is what.
So Ellie, please, can you kindly explain the date on the modular?
Okay, if you can go to the modular slide, let me explain that. So what we have is that for the modular, there are two options: either online or in person. I think the first session deals with the online, which is normally for case study. It will be every Sunday evening. All the dates put there are mainly on Sunday. So if you look at the modular for case study, the online sessions will be Sunday evening. But for the in-person sessions, on those dates for case study, we meet on 3 intensive days, exactly. And I think the first session will be from the 18th. Yeah. So if you look at it for case study, the first 2 sessions will be virtual, which is clearly on Sundays, September 18th and October 30th. And those sessions will be online. And the aim is to discuss the exam which we had in the last sitting, be able to focus on the current sittings and show you the key areas you must be looking out for going into this sitting. Now, when we meet in person, which is in October and November, those sessions are dedicated to running you through the entire syllabus in 3 days. And we normally do it with a very careful touch. And we go with a particular level of appreciation that it will make it easy for you to grab issues exactly in those 3 days. So that's the level of work we do when it comes to the in-person one. We spend the whole day from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. in the afternoon discussing the entire syllabus. That's for the case study. So there are 2 sessions for the modular for case study when it comes to the in-person. Now for CR also, we have the online and also the in-person. So for the online, we'll be solving questions on specific issues that are majorly there for the exam. So when we go over them, that's online. Then in November, we'll do a massive in-person session, almost like an intervention to drive home the main issues for the exam. For auditing, also the same. We're meeting online on 25th, 2nd October, 16th October, and 23rd online. And those days clearly will be in the evening, exactly. And then when we come in person, we'll be doing 2 intensive lectures, specifically in November, before we are able to round up for the advanced audit modular. So these are the periods that we have set aside to give you intensive revision, especially the reciters for these 3 papers. So that is it. So that's for the modular. Mike, are you done with the download? Mike, is the download done?
3% more.
3% more. Okay, so that is for the modular. If you can take some more questions, and then we can.
Okay, so Philip. Okay, Philip. So I don't know which number you are calling. We have emergency lines that have been published. So Philip says I've registered, but I've not been added to a WhatsApp group. I've called a number, but there wasn't any answer. So we've published numbers. Ellie, go ahead.
So what I'm saying is that normally I think some people who register online and make payment, I should just tell you that exercise patience, you will surely be added to the WhatsApp platform before the start of the lecture. Because all you know, the person might just have paid now or just today and wants to be added. So what we'll do is that before the start of every lecture, before we start the lecture program tomorrow, all who have made payment all before, from the day we roll out the start registration to now, we'll make sure we add you specifically before the start of the session. But if you are not yet added, call the major lines on the flyer to be able to help you to be added once we confirm that your payment has been done. So that is it. So please don't panic. We'll make sure we add you before the start of the lecture. Even if you are not added, just make sure you reach out the numbers and you'll surely be added. So thank you for that. So the challenge is that once you register in the
Vivian
app,
Asante says,
yeah, you go ahead.
Vivian Asante says, where can we get the manuals and question banks to buy?
Our manuals are available once you reach out to the numbers there. We do distribution across the country. So just go into the app and make an order or make payment live in the app, and then we'll surely reach out to you. Exactly. So, or you can call any of our numbers and they'll surely attend to you when it comes. So for the books, we distribute it across the entire country. If you need them, we can get it to wherever your location is for you, and you just pay a fee for that service. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, so one Joyce is asking, please, how do I download the app on my laptop? I think I'll take that question. So if you go onto the Aspire page, the page on which we are streaming live now, we have a video that takes you through the process of installing the Aspire app onto your laptop. As we said, it is an app purposely for Android and iOS. The Windows version, we have a workaround to install it on your laptop. So we have a video, I think it's about an 8 to 10 minutes video that takes us through the process. On this same page, just look for how to install Aspire app on my PC. There are two versions. There was one version done earlier for the older app, and then there's another version for this one.
Okay, right. So I think,
okay,
Mike,
so our video, once the video finish downloading, it plays. So it's done.
Is it done? Okay.
Yes,
so can you
is.
go back to that? Can you go back? Share that screen with colleagues for me.
Okay. Great. So once it's done on your home page, on your home page, you have saved.
Yeah. So
in the
I think Mike
right hand side.
Yeah. So click on the save and let's see the video.
And then that is the video we just downloaded, which is under saved media. And
Sorry.
now that is saved, it's plays even simpler because it's on your device.
It plays without internet, true or false?
Yes, without internet. If I put off my internet, the call will end. So please.
Please don't try that. I beg you, don't try it. But you can if you pull out there, we are all gone off. I beg you. So you see that even if as you pull further, Mike, just go click on the stretch. But you're very good. You see that even though we stretch the video, it is still playing. Without internet, you can go faster. You can do rewind, forward, backwards, frontward, whichever direction you want to go into. You see, this is clearly the innovation we are talking about. The video is resident on your app or your laptop, and you can watch it as often as you do. It's the same lecture with various perspectives. So why do you have to wait all the time, exactly, to even get the best out of what we are offering you? So the video is there. This is a financial accounting video by Mr. James teaching clearly financial accounting, debit and credit. Level 1. Are we together? So that is it. So there's no need to waste time. As we speak, the whole of last 16 videos are there. You can go download all of them, save them on your app, and you start the fireworks. You can even play them as you are sleeping in your room. I normally do that. I will listen to sermon deep into the night, listening to get some clear revelation on my way of life. But I can tell you that if you use this app judiciously, I can tell you, you should not struggle to pass your exam. Clearly, that's the level of innovation which is driving students' performance at Aspire. They are able to get these videos, watch it over and over and over, and they don't come to class and then they struggle because they've got various perspectives of previous videos before coming to class. So I'll engage you to do this. Is the reality of what we are talking about here. This is what gives us the advantage at Aspire, and clearly it's what is helping a lot of our students to pass once and for all. So I think we should be done. Mike, is there any other questions on the YouTube? Or
1 second.
If there's none, then we wrap up because I don't want us to go beyond 7:45. Is there any more?
There
If you have
are a
questions,
lot. I'm just trying to scan through. Also, can we save the video and retrieve the PC download as well as the
Mike,
ASPA? Please, I want to know.
don't be auditing the question. Somebody will say, just give it to us raw. Give us
Please,
the
I want
question
to
raw.
know. Please, I want to know for electronic learning tuition, how do you assess our how do you assess our performance?
Okay, great news. When we are done with the session, we have your bio data, because basically as you are completing the form to register online, you provide us with your student number. And we already have all the numbers based in our database. So like let me give you an example. The last sitting, immediately the institute released their pass list of about 440 something students who qualified. Our system was able to retrieve over 247 of them within split seconds. And we knew that all these students had passed through our online platform. So that is the level of data we deal with. And for those of you who are dealing or who have done strategic case study, that's what we call big data. We have the ability to mine data to tell us specifically how well our students are performing, because we have the information relevant to help us achieve that. So we are able to do that, get to know how well we are doing when it comes to specific papers and whether we are able to improve upon it going into the future. So that is what we've been doing. Yeah, thank you so much for that question. Let's get the next one. Mike, stop auditing the questions.
Are there any internal exams?
Yes, we have tried to do that in the past, but it has not been successful, because anytime you want to do mock, students will not come to class. So what we normally do is that we put together questions which are more like a sample mock question, shared to students for them to attempt it and see if they are ready for the exam. Normally in our final sessions, we go over such questions before we call it a day. So it's difficult for students to conduct an exam, exactly, because people normally, when you're about to close your tuition, are not even ready.
They're even afraid already.
They're even afraid, so you don't want to create fear and panic. So that's the challenge. But we do our best to be able to give some possible exam questions, more like a simulation question, for them to attempt whilst they prepare towards the final exam. And we normally will do a final meeting to discuss some of them before we shut down. So Mike, the next question.
Hello, Ellie, please indicate the meeting time on the modular session on the timetable.
Yeah, so for the modular, the virtual ones are usually from 6 to 8:30 p.m. The in-person one is 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Yeah, so that is the difference between the online. The online will normally be in the evening from 6 to 8:30, 2.5 hours of solid impact. For the in-person ones, is during the day. So you have to look at the time there and plan for it. Exactly. Normally you have to come. It's like you are leaving everything to come for baptism of fire. So you have to look at those dates and plan for it. Leave your office, come and sit down, put off your phone, and be ready to be hit hard with issues relevant for the exam. So that is how it works. And it has helped a lot of people. I can tell you, feedback on modular is so massive. And I always even advise that students who have joined normal session can even add the modular to help them with further revision of some of the things they will consider not easy to underappreciate. Yeah, so that is it. Mike, the next question.
Please, what is the nearest branch in Accra?
The nearest branch in Accra, if you are in Accra, there are two branches, but it depends on where you stay. The first branch is at the hockey stadium, which is near Tema Station. We are using the VVIP lounge of the hockey stadium, which is very close to the Tema Station, the middle of Accra. A very nice serene environment, good, washroom facility, 24-hour generator powered, exactly, conducive environment, very nice chairs for sitting comfort. I'm only describing the venue, so I'm not hyping anything. So that's the kind of venue we have. Okay. We also have one at Kwabenya. Also, Kwabenya is the second venue, which is also a very serene environment, good car park, very receptive area. We have a supermarket, pharmacy, all within the premises, exactly. So that is the kind of tuition places we have. So 2 locations in Accra. For the regions, we don't have physical presence, but we have online presence. We are in Kumasi, we are in Tamale, we are in Sunyani, all over the country. We have reps in each of the regions who normally facilitate various arrangements for us. So that is it, yeah. So Mike, you can
Would there be free intervention for the modular class?
I think that particular question is done and dusted. We did that last sitting. We are not doing the same this sitting. So anyone who register for modular, please, intervention is not for free. You have to pay for intervention. That was something we did last sitting. We are not doing that going into this sitting. So all students must prepare. Exactly. Interventions are separate programs which are done, and it's a paid service. So please take note of that. Right, let's go on.
Please, I thought class will start on the 10th, but you are saying tomorrow.
Yes, the 10th is for the weekend session. So 10th is weekend, but weekday session will start tomorrow. It will start tomorrow, 5:30 p.m. at the hockey stadium in Accra. But the weekend session will start on the 10th, which is on Saturday. So please take note of the difference. Weekday is tomorrow, weekend is on the 10th. And if you, tomorrow, what will be taught? Tomorrow, I think we have for level 2, we have a public sector and then strategic case study happening concurrently. And the good thing is that tomorrow is introductory lecture. You don't need to miss that. Very crucial issues will be discussed. And that same lecture will be happening on Sunday. So this Sunday, 12 o'clock, strategic case study and then public sector will be happening live at the same time. So if you miss out tomorrow, you can also chase out that session on Sunday. I hope you got the good thing there. So if you miss out tomorrow, nothing is lost. Sunday, you can still join the session live on Zoom or in person at our Kwabinya venue and get everything that was done on the Monday, on the Sunday. So that is the benefit you offer. So the thing is the same thing that will be taught this Monday, and the same thing will be taught this coming Sunday. So that is the extent of flexibility we offer. Yeah. Right. Mike.
How much is the modular?
The modular, you see, the good thing is that the modular for level 3, that is 475. And it's the same fee for all receipters at level 3. So those who join us for last sitting for level 3, if you want to register now for any paper in level 3 as a receitter, those who join us last sitting, we have discounted the fee for you to pay 475. And it's the same fee for the modular. So if you are a receitter, you may have to make a distinction. Either you join the normal class at a discount of 475, or you join the modular at the same price of 475. So that is the way we are managing it. And for the modular, what we are doing is that the entire videos of last sitting, which you joined, will be shared with you in the app. So you don't need, even if you don't come for face-to-face class or online class for the current sitting, all the videos of last sitting will be given to you in the app for free. Now, all the videos also for last sitting modular will also be given to you for free before you do the current modular in addition. So basically, that is the package for the modular for this time. Yeah. So Mike, the next question.
When will the timetable for e-learning session be out?
The timetable is
you said I
already
shouldn't
out.
audit it, so
You give it to me. So put it there live now. You share the timetable screen for them to look at it. So normally there's no timetable for online. Face-to-face and online is the same. Mike, if you can share that for me.
Yes, I'm doing that right away.
Okay.
Here we go.
So face-to-face and online is the same. So I think that, so if you're asking the question, where is the online timetable, then you may not appreciate what we are offering here, because the same online is the same for face-to-face. We are streaming live in class for those who are online to be able to join. So if you are an online student, tomorrow, Monday, for case study and public sector, they are all happening at the same time. Monday night, that is the big deal there, from 5:30 to 8:30 p.m. That is the big deal there. So if you are joining for case study, tomorrow night you can join online, or you can come in person at the hockey stadium near Thermal Station for both strategic case study and the public sector accounting and finance. So the two of them are, that's why we say face-to-face and e-learning. There's no distinction between face-to-face and e-learning. It's the same thing for both options. You can choose them and enjoy the package at the same time. Yeah. So any more questions, Mike? It's inching towards
Please,
my closing time, but
what do you click to see the downloaded videos? Let me give you 3 questions so that you
so you go to the home page.
Please, what do you click
I
to
think you have
see
to
the
go
downloaded video?
Mhm.
Please,
Yes.
can the save videos be renamed? And then someone is also saying the videos do not include the topics. How will the videos be arranged on the app?
Okay, so I think we had some conversation about that in the previous diet. Now, some students, I think there are 2 schools of thought. Some say, okay, can you label the video specifically on the day we came for the lecture? Some of them say we want it for that particular day because maybe that is the day I didn't come for lecture and I want to go and watch the video. Some say, oh, don't use the day, rather save it using the topic. And you see, there's a lot of confusion. So I'm hoping that going into this city, I will talk to the team so that when we are saving the video, we use both the lecture day and then the topic. I don't know if, Mike, that is possible.
Okay, so
Mike,
you notice that when we started the app, what we were doing was to actually save every video by the topic that was being taught. There was massive feedback that sometimes you miss a lecture, but you don't know what was taught within the lecture, so you don't even appreciate the topics. Okay. Now, some people are also saying if you need to revise, maybe you need to revise a certain topic and you go and look. So there were 2 schools of thoughts. Now, we also noticed that with the introduction of the 3 sessions, how lecture used to go is different from previously how it used to go. So then it was prudent to just record a whole 3 lecture session. And because we also want to put the videos out in good time, it doesn't mean someone having to go and sit down, edit the video and cut it according to the subject. That will take a long time before it hits the app. And we've promised them a workaround time of around 74 hours. But usually within 24 hours, we are able to meet that. If we want to add production to this, to now go and edit a 3-hour video, segment it into subjects, then it will delay the time for which the videos will hit the app. And those people who also will not join the lecture and want to wait for the upload to be done before they have that tuition will also be lacking. So I think it's a balance between all. This method serves almost everyone. So if you know when the subject was taught or when the topic was taught, all you need to go is to go into that date when it was taught, forward it to where you want to view, and then you view it from there. But I think we can still be looking through and find out which method could work best so that it will solve all everyone's challenge.
okay, so maybe I could give an example. Maybe if I'm teaching, because normally for corporate reporting, I could teach 2 issues at the same time. So maybe I'm teaching consolidation, step acquisition. Exactly. Okay. On the same day, I could be teaching IFRS, maybe IFRS 13, fair value measurement. So normally,
the file names also can take a certain number of characters. And once you know these topics are lengthy, you can't put them in file names. It's a bit technical, but I think we'll find a way.
That's why I said that let's sit down and see whether we can granulate something or try and get something out of it. Because I know where technically some students are coming from. So maybe if I'm teaching, I can help with that. We need to put our minds together and help. Maybe if I'm doing step acquisition, I could just put the step act and then IFRS 13. Just those 2 words. If you are smart, you should know what we are dealing with. So that those who are talking about lecture day, maybe it is lecture 4. I hope you are with me. So it's lecture 4, but hyphenated step acqui or step ACQ and then IFRS 13. So anybody looking at it to know that lecture 3 is dealing with step acquisition for consolidation and then IFRS 13, which I will not need to even give the name. Once I give the IFRS number there, whoever you are, should be able to catch it. Are we clear? So I think it could be something we do for maybe corporate reporting. For strategic case study, why not? I could also get some abbreviations to achieve that. So it's something we need to do with the lecturers. I'm sure Fred is also listening in. Once he's teaching, maybe he's teaching.
Fred's topics are sentences.
I know they are sentences, but Fred is really laughing. So if you are teaching public procurement or PPP, I'm sure there's an acronym for PPP. So I don't think it should be a problem.
Yes, we'll try and find a way around that.
Yes, so if we can get out some acronym so that they themselves will know that is the acronym for it. I think it should help. So because you see, the saving of the video, the sync test cannot go beyond a certain number of characters. Are you getting me?
Yes.
So there are a certain number of characters we can allow. So I think we cannot go beyond that. So if we can abbreviate for the team, technically they can insert it there and then we should be fine. Yeah.
Okay. So
there's one thing to touch on. I think.
Okay, go ahead.
On the same issue, what I realized was a student made those comments, and what I tried doing was that I told them that I'm teaching them based on the syllabus, asking parts A, B, C, and D. So what I did was that, let's say if I take part A, and then it is in week 4, what I do is that I say part A1, so that when you go in there, you see that this is the first part of the part A, and then if I'm not done on that very same day, then I say B, because there are a lot of issues, let's say, to be discussed in that particular area. So if we should, exactly. So what I do is that I name it 1 and 2, so that you know that this particular 2 videos are for, let's say, part A of the syllabus, or are for a particular part of the syllabus. So that was what I was doing. But I will try and then also we'll consider the new suggestion that has come in.
Okay. Thank you.
So
Fred.
someone is asking, can the saved videos be retrieved from the PC downloaded file without going into the app?
No, you still must go through the app to be able to access the video, but this time without internet. Are we together? So the app is embedded, the videos are embedded in the app on your laptop. So that is it. So you still have to go through the app to be able to play the videos without the internet. That is basically that. Yeah. So Mike, I hope you are not auditing the questions. I want you to go raw.
No, I'm going raw.
Okay.
Please, Ellie, if a student registers for both, is there any benefit for the upcoming intervention?
Oh yes, if you are a student who registers for both normal tuition and modular, I think intervention should be free. I hope you are with me, Mike. If a student registers for both,
you think, or that is it?
That is it.
Okay.
That is it. So it's something
because sometimes I'm there and a student calls me and say, Ellie said this. And I'm like, no, please. So please, let us be emphatic.
So if a student registers for normal tuition and modular, intervention is free. And what we'll do is that if you are registering for, what do you call it, modular and tuition, those who register, I think I'll give you a discounted package. You shouldn't pay the same. Yeah, but even with that, you get intervention for free. So I think I'll speak to that when we start the session. Yeah.
Okay. He says, do you get access to all normal lectures even when you register for just modular?
Yeah, you don't get access to normal lectures.
No,
you only
it was a previous.
Yeah, you only get access to the previous. You see, the reason for the modular is that you've already come for lectures last sitting. Are you getting it? And then you are coming in this sitting. Somebody say, okay, I need the video for last sitting because I've already joined the lecture so that I can be watching it for revision. Then I join the lecture at specific date, or the lecturer who is teaching me on a specific date to teach me or take me through issues which can help me prepare for the exam, so that I don't have to follow through the whole lecture all over again. And that is the reason for the modular. So we will give you the last sitting videos which you already had watched when you were preparing for the previous exam. And then in addition to that, we'll give you modular videos of what we did the last sitting to prepare them for the exam. And then get you to do a new modular session for the current diet. So that is the package, yeah. Right.
Is there a payment plan for those of us registering for many papers?
I think we gave out our discount policy. If you are registering for 4 papers, I think the discount is 10%. If you are registering for 3 papers, the discount is 5%. So that's our discount policy. Now, there are some people who actually call and say they don't have the full amount and they want to have a payment plan. Normally, if you are somebody registering for one paper or two papers, I would advise you not to be asking for payment plan, because we will not actually encourage that. For those who may have 3 or more papers, why not? We could give you a payment plan, especially those who are coming in person. Because at the end of the day, it can be easy to manage those students who are coming in person, especially those who may pay part. But in all essence, even if you are supposed to come in person or join online and you don't have the full fee part, we will expect that at least you must make a deposit before you proceed to join the class. And that is 70% of the total fee payable before you can join the lecture. And we will give you 30th of September to be able to retire your, your debt. So basically that is it. And it is not something that we are giving out to all persons. We are dealing with it on person by person basis. So it's not something that anyone just out of the ordinary can come in and say, oh, I'm writing 4 papers and then give it to me. It is based on approval. So we will exercise our discretion at our own pace to approve such things. Yeah. So basically that is it. So we will not, it's not a general policy. And I said, for avoidance of doubt, for 1 paper or 2 papers, we will not accept such part payment, because it is clearly not an amount which we will deem not to be affordable to all persons. That is our general assumption, that persons who are doing 1 or 2 paper at least should be able to meet such fee payment. That's how come, if you benchmark our fees, basically our fees are even below other tuition providers. For the kind of service we offer, the valued advantage we offer, I can tell you, if you benchmark our fees to other tuition providers, you actually understand where we are coming from. So I think that is a word to the wise, right? Mike, if you can move on to the next one.
Is the app available for Mac books?
Mike, you can deal with that.
Okay, so with iOS, I know there are BlueStacks emulator works with iOS, so you can use it. If you have other emulate, so for example, Apple uses, I think there's Wine for Windows applications. You can use BlueStacks for Android applications. So yes, you can use that same workaround to install the app on a Mac. And then there is one, does it mean if you register for a class, you have to pay for the intervention as well before you can join?
I think it's an industry practice. Interventions are revisions and not compulsory. I must make emphasis on that. Intervention is not compulsory. Interventions are revision program, exactly, performed by your lecturer to put issues a bit more standardized towards the exam. And it's a whole lot of process and work effort to deliver such a lecture. It's a paid service and it's not free. And it's not compulsory and it's optional. So please, you must make that clear. Intervention is a paid service, not compulsory, optional, put together by your lecturer to ensure are well put together for the exam. And normally we do that in a single day. For some papers, we do it in 2 days. It's a revision class. So if you know you are ready for the paper, you may not need intervention. So that's why we don't even say it is compulsory. It is optional. If you think you need a further intervention, you can register and join. We expect that tuition should make sure or get you ready for the exam. But if you think you want to intervene or get additional revision, it is supposed to be a paid service and it's not for free. So thank you on that. Mike, if you have any questions.
Okay, so which of the class do you put on the app, weekday or weekend?
We put both on the app. We put both sessions on the app. So you see, and that's one good thing. So normally we advise that if you are a student and you are already coming for weekend session, I would prudently advise that you can even go and be watching the weekday videos so that you get new perspective to the same thing that you've earlier understood. So we put the 2 videos there, and that is the option. You can decide to watch the weekend or watch the weekday. So if you're already joining the weekday session, you can go and watch the weekend session because it's the same thing taught twice. And you know, perspective differ because sometimes questions asked in the weekend may be different from questions asked in the weekday. And you know, once the lecturer is teaching the same thing twice, appreciation differ. Exactly. In terms of intellect differ, in terms of explanations may differ. So I always advise you can watch the two perspectives to ensure you get more clarity. So it shouldn't be a problem. 2 videos will be shared with you. That is the weekend version and the weekday version. Thank you.
Okay, so
Hello,
please, if you want,
Hello.
okay.
Yeah, Fred, you have a
Fred, go
question.
ahead.
Sorry, Mark. To add on that, I think maybe we can go by doing, let's say, adding WE or WD beside the naming of the video so that the student will know that this is a weekend video or this is a weekday. Especially when it's for the same
that is what
lecture
is
or for the
currently
same
done.
topic.
Yeah,
That
so
is what is
Fred, we
currently
actually
done.
do
So
that.
all weekday videos have WD, which is weekday, and every weekend video
Yeah.
has WE.
Yeah, excellent.
Weekend, yeah.
So we actually do that. Yeah. Thank you so much, Fred, for that issue. Yeah. Right. So, Mike, can you take the last 2 questions and then we close?
Okay, last 2.
So this one I allow you to audit.
Okay, so someone says if you join now, can you get the materials for the last sittings to follow the video? I would say that most of the materials that are from the textbooks that are provided at ASPA. So once you have the textbook, you can follow through with those.
Yeah, even with some, you may not even need the material because even if it's a question, the question will be read out for you. Exactly, to see the question that you have been to. So normally I would say that the previous sitting videos is to help you to just follow through some of the issues. Exactly, because sharing those material with you may become too voluminous, especially if you are somebody who is coming in for this diet and you are coming in for the first time. You can watch the videos just to appreciate some of the issues. But I wouldn't advise you to strictly go looking for materials. I think it will really affect your preparation. But if you have the time and you can be able to do that, why not? We could share that with you. It shouldn't be a problem at all. Yeah. Right.
Okay.
So the last question.
You said last 2. So the last one, please, why don't you do YouTube videos?
We have YouTube videos. If you check our channel now, we have some videos there. Exactly. I have videos on strategic case study. If you see my videos there, I was in a shirt and a tie. It should tell you I'm in business. If you go there now, you see some of my videos on strategic case study, which I shared, I think in 2019. We started dealing with these since 2019. They are all there. Exactly. We've done that. So we've over the years, even have some videos there on the standards, IFRS. I think I did some videos on IAS 16, IAS 40. I did a video on IAS 2, 36. So many videos are there. You can go through them. So there are specific videos there. So the aim of the YouTube videos is to actually give you some simple appreciation of some of the standards, exactly. But I can tell you, YouTube is to provide additional support. Tuition is done exactly holistically. So you cannot basically rely on YouTube to prepare very well for the exam, because how will you be even able to ask questions? So I would rather prefer, yes, YouTube videos are there. We have some of them on our platform. You can use it to appreciate some of the issues. Yes, but tuition is more superior to that, and I can say that emphatically. Once you go into our app, most of those videos are there, which are full lecture sessions, which can easily help you to appreciate the issues we actually want you to appreciate before the exam. So I think that is it. So in effect,
there's one question I would like to take personally.
Okay.
So I think there's a question: is it possible to access the app using the web login instead of the downloading the app on the laptop? So my answer will be that the world is moving, and if you don't innovate, you'll be locked in the past. Previously, we all know all our banks started shouting, we do online banking, online banking, online banking. I would ask, when was the last time you heard such an advert? Every advert you hear now is, we have a mobile application. Mobile application gives you the best of security, even for you, the user who is using the app. you know that all your information within the app is secured end to end. Okay. Web browsers are open source applications. Anyone could go in there and pick your information from there. So the app is for your security, is for our security, and it's the next big thing to hit the IT industry. So let's all just rally around it and make it our go-to resource. Thank you very much, Ellie. You can go ahead.
So I think basically every business now have an app. Are you getting the point? Even people are selling some products which are not even products of major essence of value, but they are also having mobile apps. So apps are the big deal now. Protection for you, the user, and protection for we, the ones rendering the service. So if you have a web browser anywhere to share information like this, I can tell you, you are putting yourself at a risk. Web browsers put yourselves at a risk. I can tell you that for a fact. Your information may easily be taken over by scrupulous scammers. And I can tell you, a day will come, you'll be receiving some text messages or emails, and you cannot guarantee the security of your information. So web is never one of our strategies. We've always moved to using of app. Since 2019 to date, exactly, we began this process of developing our app. And this is our second mobile application. The first one we began developing it since 2018, and we rolled it out in 2019. We went full blast in 2020, and in 2021 we began the development of this new app, and in 2022 we went full blast with this one. So that has been our work. We have begun technological advancement since 2018 to date, and I can tell you there's no tuition provider in town who can meet our level of sophistication. It's a fact, and it's not debatable. So that is it. With Aspire, we offer one-stop tuition, value for your money, prudent approach to teaching, exactly, great level of sophistication to make sure that we deliver value to you no matter where you are, across the whole country, whether you are in Bolga, Wa, Tamale, or wherever, we are in your house, providing you the best of ICA tuition to make sure that you become a qualified accountant and become beneficial to your company, your family, and the world at large. So that is it. Thank you so much. Tomorrow is our first lecture, starting exactly 5:30 at the hockey stadium, in person and online. That is what I'm saying. The lecture is both in person and live online. And I can tell you, we are ready for you. See you there tomorrow. And thank you so much for joining us so much. We thank Bright, who was our colleague, who passed five papers at the first attempt. We also thank Oman Penny, who also joined us. So thank you all who has helped to make this a successful one. Fred, our lecturer for PSA. Kwame also called that he couldn't join us now. The other lecturers are also joining us, but for the purpose of time, we couldn't ask them to speak. So thank you so much, Mike. Thank you also for the technical support. Our colleagues, Kweku, Isaac, and the others, we appreciate your support for the team. So we'll record this video and audio and we'll share with you on our various platforms so that those who may not be able to join from the beginning, you can get from the beginning to the end of what we've discussed. Thank you so much, and I wish you all the best in your endeavors. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you too, Sir Eli.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hi. So in this tutorial, I'll be taking us through how to install the new Aspire app, that is the Aspire Executive Institute app, on our laptops. Okay, so the procedure you follow just takes you through the process of installing the app onto your laptop. So first of all, we need to download an emulator, and there are so many emulators, but our recommended emulator is BlueStacks. So we open a browser, go to google.com, and then you search for BlueStacks. So BlueStacks, the first one, okay, that comes with BlueStacks Company Limited. You look at BlueStacks, you just click on BlueStacks. So it brings us to the BlueStacks page. You can download BlueStacks 5, or if you have a high performing PC, then you can do BlueStacks 10, but BlueStacks 5 should be just fine. So let's download BlueStacks. The latest version is version 10. We can download that as well. So BlueStacks 5 installed now. It downloads the file for the installation. So depending on the speed of your internet and then the speed of your machine, this download should take between 1 to 2 minutes to download. So I'll fast forward this video until my download is done and installed. Then we continue the process of installing the Aspire Executive Console app onto our PCs. Alright, so once BlueStacks finishes installation, it opens up BlueStacks. So you notice it says starting BlueStacks, please wait. So this means that our download and installation is complete. So it opens it up. Alright, so now that BlueStacks is open, we can expand it to cover our screen. Now BlueStacks, as we said, is an emulator because it's simulating an Android environment on your Windows PC, where you can use any Android app on Windows. And since our app is compatible with Android, you can leverage this to actually install our app on your Windows machine. So you notice that just as on every Android app, there is Play Store. So first of all, you open Play Store. You log into Play Store with your credentials, just like you log into a brand new Android device you have just purchased. You have to log into Play Store with your Gmail credentials to be able to use the Play Store. So I'm going to log into Play Store and then we take it from there. Okay, so now we have successfully logged into Google Play Store on our Windows machine using the BlueStacks application. So this is our Play Store. What do? We first, so in the search, you type Aspire Executive Institute. Okay. Now, once I look for that, I see the app Aspire Executive Institute, and I click install. So just like I'll do on my phone, I just wait for this to install. It's a small app, 33 megabytes. It shouldn't take time to install. Now, the installation is done. So we can click open to open the app. Or if we close BlueStacks here, we would notice that the Aspire Executive Console app is right here on our desktop, which means that anytime on our desktop, we can just double click Aspire Executive Console and this will automatically open BlueStacks and then open the app. So Aspire Executive Institute Education Development, it will open the app directly from your PC. So this is how you install the Aspire Executive Institute app onto your laptop. Now in the next video, I'm going to take us through how to create an account in the app if this is your first time using it, and then how to access the resources within the app. Thank you.